Sonia back on here again live, and Matt, of course. We are tag teaming it tonight because it is day 4 of the 30-day of the Paint a Piece of Furniture a Day challenge. Okay, so who's with me? Who's been here from the very beginning, from day 1, which was like, what, 3 nights ago? This is the 4th night, and this is the 4th piece we're going to work on. So I promise you that if you are somebody that wants to learn how to paint furniture, how to make it beautiful, take a look at this piece. Take it from brown and frowny to something that's worthwhile and beautiful to have in your home, to, like, you know, just be a piece of eye candy. Tonight we're going to do a fun color on this piece, so stick with me and tell me who is here with me tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get started. As I said, by the way, for those of you who are new, my name is Sonia Miller, and I work with my husband, Matt. We are partners in crime. We are owners of Junk Monkey Paint Company, and we ship a brand of paint all over this country called Junk Monkey Paint, where you don't have to prime or sand or strip, because you know what? Who's got time for that? We just take pieces just as they are and make them beautiful. So that's what we're going to do tonight, okay? So I'm going to get ready and take off the hardware. And Matt, tell us who we got on with us tonight.
Well, Erna has joined us again tonight.
Erna!
April Kalanchik is on.
Hey, girl. How are you, April?
Linda, of course, is joining us.
Linda from California?
Yeah.
My gal.
Jenny Trout is on. Hey, Jenny.
Jenny.
Debbie Clark is checking in from Mississippi. Leslie Francis is checking in from North Carolina.
Hey,
Hi from Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yeah, April said frozen. Restart your app. Amber says, hey.
Hey.
Liz Justice, oh my God, my phone is dying. I made it to the live. Plug it in, girl.
Girl, plug it in. Find a charger quick.
Hi,
like me and can't find one?
Jamie made it on time tonight.
Who's that, Jamie Todd?
Yes.
Hey, how are ya?
Kathy's on.
Hey,
Gayleen is
Kathy.
checking in from New Zealand again.
This is what we do for fun on it is
She
Friday,
does it
right?
for fun,
On a
huh?
Friday night.
Yeah, she
It's
does.
Friday night.
You do it for fun.
Okay.
I'm just here.
He's so happy he married me, guys. You know what? He gets to do projects like this on a Friday night. You know what I mean? Babe, you could have had a beer. You could have, like, had beer.
Yeah.
I was going to go to the wine store, and I totally, like, got so busy I didn't get to go. All right. Pretty cool, right? I'm taking the hardware off. So I was very lucky because I found this piece at a local Goodwill for $19.99. I took it home because I liked it. I mean, I can get dressers for even cheaper. I mean, what's the going rate that you will get a dresser for at a yard sale? You can get them as low as 10, 15 bucks. This one was 20 bucks, but what was really cool about it is, well, how old do you think it is? Matt, what do you think?
This one is definitely 50s.
That's what I was kind of thinking too. 1950s, but I was so fortunate because I found all the hardware. Take a look at this hardware. It is awesome. Now, it's kind of tarnished. It's a lot tarnished. But I'm going to show you a trick tonight on how to antique it, to bring it kind of a bit of a, you know, move it forward in time and just make it beautiful. So I'm going to show you a trick with hardware tonight. And we're going to knock out this piece. So suck it all up right now. Look at it right now because it ain't going to look like that in just a few minutes. I promise. So I got to get all the drawers out first. And
Not as old as Matt.
What's that?
Funny.
Did you say not as old as Matt?
Jamie's antagonizing me.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble. She's already starting. This one has... Oh, this is always fun. It is always fun when you pull out stuff.
No, leave it in there.
Let's see here. Who wants to know... Let's see. What happened in the news in 1991? April 16th, 1991. Let's see. Oh, my gosh. President Bush, let's see. Oh my Lord, oh, let's see. Anything of interest on here going on? It's always fun to see. Shoes are on sale. That's always a good thing, right?
Skull and Bones at Yale.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we're reading the news here from 1991. Where were you in 1991? Seriously,
really?
it is always fun. Well, you know what? Yeah, the 90s were good, man. The 90s were good. All right, so we're going to put that away. And look at this. Don't you know it? Well, this is always cute. A vintage. I think somebody must have made these.
Look, I didn't even tell anybody about the contest yet. And then
Everybody's sharing?
Everybody's sharing.
That's awesome. Thank
so
you,
let
guys.
me fill you in while you're playing with all your new toys there.
I found somebody's Christmas making stuff. It's a little crochet thing, and they've got all these tags in there. I guess maybe they made them and gave them for Christmas. Merry Christmas to me. Merry Christmas to me. All right, you tell them about the paint thing, and I'm gonna just be over here celebrating Christmas, okay?
Fantastic.
All right.
So, for those of you joining us for the first time, welcome. I see there's some newbies here.
Hey, and, welcome to our craziness.
If you share if you share while we're live, you will be entered for a chance to win a jar of our very own junk monkey paint, any color you wish. We will send it to you, but you have to share live and be available at the end whenever we call out the winner. And you have 2 minutes to get back to us, or we'll have to pick another winner.
Yep.
So I want to say hello to Jennifer.
And if you're outside of the border, we'll send you a t-shirt. Sound good?
Yes.
All right, let's put these out here.
Anna Pranky is joining us from Acme.
Woo! Hey, Anna. How are ya?
Stacy Norris, of course, checking in from Texas.
With all this wonderfulness left inside.
Great.
I got to tell you something. You find all kinds of stuff in dressers. And so I'm going to tell you from your point of view that if you ever sell furniture, I'm just going to tell you, I have found rings, like gold rings. I have found awards like that belong to people. We have found diplomas. We have found everything under the sun, including letters, like love letters, like it wasn't me who told on you. And I'm so sorry that you got in trouble. Like, so we love reading those juicy letters. Those are really juicy.
Yeah.
In fact, I got a good one this week too. Remember the one that I was showing you? It was what? It was two ladies writing to each other.
Yeah, they're calling out the priest.
Yeah, one lady was like, I don't know what's in his head. You know, I don't know, some priest. But anyway, so when you are getting ready, it's always fun to find other people's juicy furniture stuff inside. But when you're getting ready to sell a piece of furniture, pull it out of the drawers and look inside, because you would not believe what falls down behind, okay? So, yeah, just a quick tip. So everybody will know your business. Right. Your business. Be up in your business.
Our business is painting stuff, so I suggest you get to it.
I'm getting to
Stop
it,
grasping,
right?
get to it.
I'm getting to it.
Yes.
You whip cracker. All right, I'm just going to do a quick sand over here. I started cleaning it already, but I'm just going to buff it. Make sure, Jimmy Buffett, make sure it's,
Wow.
I know,
That's
I don't know
it. You're done. No more puns. Please don't.
I can't help it. I am who I am.
I want to say hi to Terry. I want to say hello to Michelle, who's checking back in from San Antonio.
We're going to paint. All right, let's see. Let's get this started. So guess what color we're going to do tonight, guys? Guess what color? Guess what color? One of my favorite colors of all time, Bahama Jade, okay? So if you guys know me, I love teal, and teals lean toward the greens, teals lean towards the blues. Tonight we're going to do it with a green bluish teal, okay? It's called Bahama Jade. So when you think of Bahamas, think of bright, fun, beachy colors. That's what we're going to do, okay? So it's really easy. I'm just going to grab a tray. It's not even a paint tray. It's like a supper meal tray, but that's okay. It's a tray and it's okay, because this doesn't have to be a costly project. It can be done quite simply. And of course, you guys know I always tell you can use a shabby chip brush if you're looking for a distressed style. In this case, I'm going to show you something else I use when I want to put more of a concentration of paint on, okay? So, what are you trying to do?
Dim this down a little bit. I'm getting whited out here.
Super.
So I'm going to try to bounce the light a little bit.
Are you canceling out my wrinkles?
Yeah, whatever.
What's everybody saying tonight? Tell me!
Anyway, so Jennifer Dreher says she refers to her buffet as Jimmy.
Jimmy Buffet. Oh, hey, quick question. Did you get me those 2 rollers in the car?
Yeah, what'd you do with them?
Super. That's okay. Keep talking to her.
See, I get her stuff. She can't remember it.
You did. See? You ran out
in the middle of a rainstorm. And, you know, I'm trying to help everything out, get everything going.
We had a huge storm come through. I'm going to tell you right now. It was like freaking, what was going on outside? Do you know where you put them?
I handed them to you. I have no idea where they went.
I will make it work, but I am looking. Aha! They're down here with the keys. Look at that. I found them. No.
Oh, Linda
worries.
says my nose is growing. Just flew by me. Linda.
Yeah.
I am an honest and sincere person. I tell the truth every chance I get. I would never lie to my spouse about anything.
He'd never make me go on a wild goose chase.
Never.
You know, I gave it to you. I gave it to you earlier, right?
I absolutely did.
Sure you did. Yeah. All right, look, so guys, this is just what's called a mini roller, okay? It's 4 inches. They come in 6 and 4. Go with the 4 one, because you know what? When you get into the 6-inch ones, for a piece of furniture, it can get a little more bulky, okay? So this is just a nice size to be able to work with and to be able to control. And so instead of using a brush, I'm just going to, I always say grab a brush and go bananas, but today I'm going to grab a roller and go bananas. And so for those of you who say, well, Sonia, maybe I want more of a Pottery Barn look, maybe I want it to have, you know, more of a solid color on it, you can use a brush. It would just take a little longer to get there. So why not just use a roller? Okay, make sense? Make sense? You follow me?
Alice Templeton, you can of course use paint on raw and unfinished wood.
Yep.
Our paint sticks to anything, including you.
I think he keeps saying that because he knows I'm always covered in paint.
I don't have a piece of clothing that doesn't have a paint stain on it.
This is true.
I can't get
And I
anyone.
tell him, like, don't wear your good clothes to the paint
Oh
shop.
yeah, well okay.
And
so
he ends up
no.
wearing them,
Let's
and then
get
this is
straight.
what happens.
No, we just always somehow miraculously seem to end up
At the paint shop.
shop.
I know.
So I don't want to hear that.
Okay,
That's
all
totally
right,
excuse.
all right, sure. Well, I'm just putting it out there, all right?
Can you use a roller like that to put poly on? Of course.
Yes! In fact, that's what I'm going to do tonight, guys.
Actually,
we'll talk about that in just a little bit.
Yeah, actually this color is not the same one that's on the door. The one on the door in the background is called Teal River. It lends itself a little more to the blue. This is actually, I know on here this looks really blue, but it's actually more of a green. Lends itself
It's
more
a
to green.
pretty, like, think Caribbean blue ocean. You know when you see those gorgeous pictures and the ocean just looks absolutely blue offshore? This is the color that I'm using tonight. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the hardware and how I'm going to jazz it up. But who's somebody out there right now that has a dresser and you're thinking, what the heck could I do with it? Because, you know, maybe, you know what, you got all your clothes in it, you don't want to go out, you know, if you're like me and your bedroom's on the second floor and you can't even think about dragging your dresser out of your room down over the stairs, you know, it's not like I haven't thrown anything through the window before because I just get over it, let's be honest here. But yeah, you know what I mean, you don't want to be like messing with that stuff, then just paint it, just take your clothes out, throw it on the bed, and get a jar of paint. It's $10.75 a jar, so it transforms. So I am working with just one jar that I just opened, guys. So you'll see I'll be able to paint the entire piece and still have some left over. So when you're decorating, what's really cool is you can use your color to paint your piece, and then any little drib drabs you have left over, paint on maybe a picture frame or a lamp base or something that you can kind of pull that color around to another place in your room. It's real easy, right? It's a lot of fun.
Hello, Elaine. Hello, Lynn. Jennifer, I'm glad you got the 4 that you needed to paint. Sorry, I'm like flicking through. I'm flicking through here, so I'm kind of like.
You lost?
I'm lost.
You're lost tonight.
I'm lost. Hi from Chicago. What do you do if the top has some water damage?
What do you do if the top has some? You paint over it.
Yeah, you can just paint over it.
Yeah, you mean like water rings?
Or are
and
you
stuff?
talking about like it's bubbled up?
There's a such thing as like when you mean like veneer is lifting on a piece. Sometimes you find pieces that
that's what I'm
have
trying
that.
to figure out. Yeah.
Okay. If that is the case, I also have a solution that I have tried and that works very, very well. So if the person comes back and says that's what it is, if it's just water rings, just paint right over it. It doesn't matter about that.
Leslie Francis wants to know, would you mix pieces of color and neutral in the same room?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's a great way to make a space feel bigger. Instead of having dark pieces that, you know, your eye stops and takes notice of all the pieces that make up a room, if you have lots of lights going around, your eye just moves very, very easily around the room. You can come around the front now.
I'm allowed.
You're out. You're allowed. Boys allowed. Boys are allowed, okay?
Gayleen from New Zealand had a slight emergency.
Oh no.
She had to run off and clean off the puppy pee off the carpet. I'm not.
Oh.
I've been there, done that.
Yeah. What kind of dog you got? What kind of dog do you have?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell us about your doggies.
We love
Alright,
the
so let me paint
dogs.
this side really, really fast, okay? I'm just going to put some color over here, and then we're going to go ahead. So the other night, remember actually you can show them, the gray piece that we were working on, and I
It is right here.
Yep, still haven't put the hardware on it yet. I will get to it. I will get to it.
And then the bench was.
Yep, the bench was the other
Right
one
here.
we did.
What was the other one?
Show them the rocking chair. It's cute.
Oh yeah, the rocking chair.
Yeah,
the rocking chair.
which one's your favorite so far, guys, that you've seen?
And the rocking chair back here in the corner. King chair.
You see it back there? You can get over close to it and show them. So what I was going to say is that gray piece that I did the other night, you notice how I painted it with the drawers in it? And a few people said, why are you taking the drawers out? Because the drawers actually sat back in, and I didn't have to take them out at that point. In this case, the drawers have a outside edge that lays over the top of this frame. So I've got to take them out to get access to the frame. Does that make sense? Yeah. So sometimes I take the drawers out if I need to, but I don't always have to.
Hey Dee Dee, what's going on? Black and purple, yeah, that's a good one. There's actually a color out right now that's kind of like co-color of the year, and it's a black purple. It's called Black Tulip, I believe, at Benjamin Moore that you can find. So, anyways, hello. Oh, your first name is Ramirez? That's Ramirez from Puerto Rico. Hey, how are you doing? So, anyways, Lori, I can't read anything tonight. I need my reading glasses.
You lost your glasses.
I didn't lose my glasses. They were at home. Listen.
He lost.
No. Let's
well,
stop
they're
it.
at home lost.
Let me put it this way. I got glasses for the first time in my life. I had to get glasses, right? So everything is like bright and shiny. I need glasses, right? Well, here with the bright lights and stuff like that, I need glasses. So we had a whole bunch of pieces in the kitchen and dining room, and things tend to get stacked on these things, right? So I have my glasses for something, and I put it on. So miraculously, everything got moved one day, and I came back and I have no idea where my glasses are. So
they're probably with the rollers.
Linda, you are just being surly tonight, girl. Wow.
What's Linda saying?
She's like, your nose is growing again. I'm here relating a small personal tragedy, and she's riding me on it. Nice. You can always count on Linda, right? Yeah,
that's awesome.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, you guys make me laugh. You made me laugh. So how's your week been this week? Tell us. Tell us what's something cool that happened to you this week. Maybe something good that happened this week. I mean, it is Friday night, right? There's got to be something. I mean, supposing you had something amazing for lunch. Tell us what you did this week that was cool. Matt tried Mexican tonight next door.
Oh, yeah, it was fantastic.
For real?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you kind of said that like...
No. I mean, they actually had elote there with the spicy mayo, lime mayo. And then they had, I had chicharrones on salsa verde, which was fantastic. Nice. So, anyway, Jen's checking in from New Jersey. Teresa's checking in from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, my old stomping grounds. When my wild days when I was a young man serving the country and would hit the bars like Mother Fletcher's and Pittsburgh by the Sea and the Spinnaker and things like that. Not that I was ever there. So, anyways, I knew the Myrtle Beach sheriff down there real well by first name.
Oh, my Lord.
So, what's the turquoise piece behind you? Which one are you talking about? This one? It's actually Bahama Jade 2 that we did that. Natalie is checking in. She says, I have my mom and sister into my furniture flipping with your paint.
Yay!
I'm watching this coming back from my son's college tour.
Oh,
and
nice.
my daughter said my foyer is full of furniture.
I know. You know what? We've all been there because if you get the bug of redoing furniture, I'm sorry, but it is just so much fun. Like, seriously, it is fun. It is fun. And you start to see things in a whole different light. And not everybody has the vision. So if you're somebody that, you're able to see ideas and go, I could totally do that, then you know what? That's a really cool trait to be able to have. Because like I said, not everybody's blessed with that vision, but that means that you're a creative and that you can see and envision things. That's awesome.
So Bonnie says it's storming in Florida.
Is it?
Ramirez came back, which I was kind of suspecting that's her last name. So yeah, I got you there. Kathy is checking in from Florida.
Oh, nice stormy Florida. I love a good storm.
Linda says it's been hot. Well, of course, girl, you live in California. So, Gayleen says she is granny sitting a slipper, little fluffy Maltese with a Shih Tzu, I think. So, Tracy's checking in from South Carolina.
Hey, Tracy.
Bonnie says it's fractaling. Yeah, you're going to have that if you're watching...
What?
The picture's fractaling on her end.
I don't even know what the word fractaling means. I'm sorry.
It means it's like pixelating.
Oh, okay. Like buffering type thing?
Yeah. Well, it's like
gotcha.
So Kaylee said my son bought steaks and we grilled out with yummo.
Nice.
You're talking my language.
Yeah.
Penny said nothing cool this week. Laid up recovering from surgery on my foot.
Oh.
Trust me, the foot problems.
You don't realize how much
yeah,
is a part of your body until
terrible.
you have to go through surgery, do you?
Barbara's checking back in from South Carolina. Stacy said her and her husband celebrated their 21st wedding anniversary. Congratulations.
Yes,
We're not far behind you.
Congratulations on putting up with each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
And beating the odds.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Donna's checking in from South Carolina. Anna says, can't wait to see the hardware you use on that gorgeous dresser.
And you wait what I do, because I'm going to antique it a little bit. And I'm going to show you how I do that and why I'm going to do what I do, okay, to kind of give you guys ideas. Because sometimes you find hardware and it just, again, it just dates a piece and it just needs a little polishing. And I'll show you what I do. Again, cheap way to be able to spruce it up. That's probably the best word.
That is so cool. Ramirez said her oldest son has autism and he started speaking today. He's 10, so that's the coolest thing that ever happened to me. That is super cool. Yeah, absolutely. Send that girl some love.
Wow.
Shailene's checking in from St. Charles, New Brunswick. Britt's checking in from upstate New York. Sherry did a winery tour today.
Oh my gosh.
Sherry,
are you Sherry, right now?
Are you okay to view tonight? Are you going to cause any issues?
She's going to get all ruckusy and,
Casey said she got some really good news 6 months ago. She was diagnosed with DVT in her right leg and got the news yesterday that it dissolved and she's no longer a ticking time bomb.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, congratulations. Patricia Rango checking in from Long Island, New York. The Long Island kids are in tonight.
Yeah.
So,
we had a big storm here earlier, and it was, I gotta tell you though, even though I made Matt run, I didn't really make him, but
yes, she
even
did.
though I made Matt run.
Don't let her lie. Listen, she said, will you go get this for me? And it's storming out. And I'm like,
Actually, yeah, I guess I'm going to go get that now. And she's like, well, I can go get that. And you and I both know, and everybody else on here both knows. I think it was more like... No, they know it's implied who's going out into the storm to get the piece. Yes. Here's the thing. I think I said I need these rollers in the back of the car. And then I just paused.
Right.
And then he kind of filled in the blank and says, so you want me to go get them?
Yeah, and then she
I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, so she casually throws in, or I could go get them. Like, I'm going to say, no, yeah, go get them. Okay, so anyways.
There you go. That's why we've been married for 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Because you went and got them.
Yeah.
Got them.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The day it comes, you're going to catch me on a bad day, and I'm going to say, you know what?
And say no? You say no all the time.
You better get to stepping.
You say no all the time.
Anna's checking in from McKeesport. Lori's checking in from Illinois. Elaine says, my friends don't understand.
It's right.
They see junk, I see treasure.
Exactly, right? You guys are in the Junk Monkey Club now. You guys know what's going down. So this piece with this paint is already dry. That's how fast it dries, okay? So just for people who ask me what kind of paint this is, and we say it's a chalk style, we make it so that if you don't seal it, I could take a piece of chalk right now and it's a chalkboard. So think about all the possibilities that you could have fun and make, even like if you're trying to make, say, like make some money, extra money, and you maybe have people who you want to make some chalk tables for their kids for Christmas even, okay? So you could do all kinds of different colors of the top, give them a basket of chalk, which would be really cool, paint the base. That would be really, really nice for a gift, right?
Always encouraging people to make messes.
What's that? Us? Yes, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Penny says, can't believe how fast you did that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So now I'm going to add a second color.
Yeah, our paint dries super fast, so you're able to work super fast.
Yep.
So it's perfect for the people who kind of do this on the side for money. So that's,
and the people who are impatient, like me, and it's like,
I
want it done now.
Oh,
like yesterday. I want it done yesterday.
Yes.
I can't help it. I'm
sorry. She's the person that says, hey, can you do this for me? And you haven't even gotten up from your chair, and she's like, well, what's it? Where is it? So, anyways.
I know, but anybody else like that? Like when you get something in your mind, you're going to do it now. Like you don't just talk about it. It's happening. It's on. And it's happening right now.
Karen is in Westlake, Ohio. She's working on a Halloween spell book for Taco and Witching Herbs in October.
Oh my gosh.
Which is cool.
Yes,
I would suggest if you haven't gotten up to Salem, make sure you go up to Salem.
We might have somebody on there water that's up from that area.
Yeah, it's super fun little town.
We loved it.
Yeah.
We went up there. In fact, we should go up again this year, babe. That'd be so fun. Just
It
to walk through
rained
Salem.
buckets when we were up there, but it's still fun to walk through.
I'm going to do this side over here.
So
I'm just doing a second coat here, guys. And so like I said, for those of you who asked me about, what happens if you don't want to do the distress style, just pick the roller up and roll over it. So I do one light coat, and then I do a second coat on it, and then we're good to go.
Yeah.
You can put a third if you really needed it, but it's up to you.
Linda said her brother thinks she's nuts. Well, he's not the only one. Also cupcake. So Janet Odom's checking in from Arkansas.
Yeah.
Terry Cartwright said a friend and a friend and I celebrated my birthday by checking out thrift shops. There you go.
Listen, anybody out there that would rather shop at the mall,
Lynn, if you
not rather shop at the mall, would rather shop at a thrift shop than a mall. That's what I'm going to say. Heck yeah.
Lynn says she got black background. Restart your program. Gayleen says it takes me days, weeks for me to paint a set of drawers.
Why?
So Teresa's checking in from Ellenton, Florida. Linda said you won't melt.
You what?
You won't melt Matt. So anyways,
That's when you run around.
Barbara spent the day watching you.
Oh well, how wonderful was that?
Liz
I
says,
hope it was an exciting day.
Liz said she is so doing an old dresser. I have in this color. It's beautiful. Will be my inspiration for my office makeover.
Oh, this is a fun
Absolutely.
one. Yeah, wait till I get the hardware on it, girls. It's going to be amazing.
Anna says send the former Marine into the storm. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Hey, you told me, I knew you would like it when you started telling me those hurricane stories from when you were in the Marine Corps.
Yeah, but that's a hurricane. Those are rare.
You know what? You told me you liked being in the rain, so I was helping you.
Yeah, but during that time I had rollerblades and a poncho tied to my ankles and my wrists, and I was flying across the parking lot. So
I just can't even
That's
imagine.
a little different.
I can't even imagine, but I will take your word for it because knowing what I know, I'm pretty sure that's probably a true story.
It is a true story. Everybody told you that story.
Oh my god. Anybody ever wonder sometimes if you could have like a, what are you laughing at?
I'm just thinking back how fun it was until I hit that car. But anyways.
Oh my lord. And that's what happened to Matt. He hit the
Robin
car.
Beck said, Sonia, you should come to the
Windsor.
Scottsdale Community Yard Sales tomorrow. Oh, there's
I
tons
wish.
of treasures. We just don't have time tomorrow.
I know.
Lori said, this is my first time catching you. What are the products? The products are our products. Junk Monkey Paint. A paint that we make here by hand. Every batch is made by hand with love.
Out of curiosity,
With love.
out of the people who are on here, how many
Yeah.
people have actually painted something with their paint before?
Yeah. Hey, Pam's back. What's up, Pam? So Penny Walker wants to know,
Pamela
can
Landon?
you paint
Yes.
laminate furniture without priming? Absolutely.
Yeah.
We make our paint so it will stick to anything.
Yep. And if I'm gonna, just a quick tip, you saw how I put two coats on here. If I'm working with something like a laminate, then when you roll on your first coat or you brush it on, whatever you do, I would just recommend that instead of putting like a big glop of it on, go ahead and put a thin layer of it on, okay? And what that's gonna do is get a second to really, really attach, and then build your layer on top of that.
I'm wondering off.
What? What's wrong?
Because Jane wants to know, do we have an orange paint like a pumpkin?
Oh yeah, we do.
As a matter of fact, we do. And it's called Pumpkinator.
Oh.
And it turns anything you
Tell
own
them who named that
into a
one.
pumpkin.
Who named that one?
I did. I named that, of course.
And I'm like, you really want to
So-
call it the Pumpkinator?
Yes.
You know, I come up with names like Teal River and Sage Flower and Sunshine Yellow, and he comes up with the Pumpkinator.
Hey, I also came up with Grey's Anatomy.
You did?
50th Shade of Grey.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
And I'll love you more.
Yes.
So don't sit there and be like, oh, he came up with Pumpkinator.
Oh, 50th Shade of Grey, that was very loving. That's a
Oh,
very...
Donna's checking in from Woodstock,
Scary looking.
Newfoundland.
From Newfoundland! Girl, you know I'm from Newfoundland, right?
Yeah, so.
Born and raised in Newfoundland from a little community called Lassie. And my dad was a fisherman all his life. And so I am a fisherman's daughter. And it's so funny because growing up, my dad used to make carvings. And he used to make even little boats and build them inside of bottles. I can remember seeing him do that. And my mother was always the one that showed me that a little bit of paint can make a big difference. So, you know, when you grow up and you don't have a whole lot, just by changing out the wall color can totally change how a room feels from season to season. You know, I remember seeing her do that. So I like to think that the crafting part came from my father, And the vision part of my love of paint and the power of paint comes from my mother. So I think I got it on both sides.
Okay.
But yeah.
Laura's checking in from Marston, North Carolina.
Yes.
Deb's checking in from North Dakota. Debbie says dumpster diving and junking is what my girls and I like to do. But here's an excellent question.
What's that?
From Michelle Cacciapaglia.
Okay.
Yes, I can say your name.
Did you actually say that name?
Yes,
Okay.
Cacciapaglia.
I'm not even going to ask you if that was right.
You
That's
gotta
what
have
it
a
is.
little bit of Italian blood in you. Anyways, some rollers I've used create tiny air bubbles. What kind do you use? This is a great question, so everybody pay attention to this.
Yes. So I would use a roller. The ones that create bubbles are like the sponge ones, right? And that's because it's spongy and it squeezes out and you get the bubbles, because when you're rolling it out, there's a whole lot of foam on it. When you're putting the pressure down, that foam is holding a lot of paint. But if you use what's called a roller that has a thinner nap, it basically has a thinner radius that's around right here, so then when you put your paint down, it's making a really close connection, and it's not pushing paint out all that extra excess of bubbles, right?
Yeah,
mohair and velour are my favorites. You can get them at Lowe's, 2 for, even though velour sounds like so exotic.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you can get like 2 for, I think it's like $4.27. So you're gonna pay about $2. But here's the cool thing, you can actually reuse them. So with this paint, of course, it's all water-based, so you're able to go wash it and then save your supplies. So I will use my supplies over and over again, guys.
So Tanya wants to know how much it is by the gallon. We only do gallons once in a while. We sell it by the pint because, to be honest with you, you don't need much more than a pint to do whatever you're doing. This is actually going to take less than a pint. So she's just now, she did all this coverage on one pour of the jar. So she just did a second pour of the jar just to kind of finish this up.
Yep.
So it goes a long way.
Okay.
So anyways,
those are a lot of longs.
That was a lot of longs.
Oh,
so
you just
Joan
remind
loves
me
the
of
pumpkinator.
sauna.
I know, right? There you go. So where in Ligonier is your shop? We're right up from the giant fort.
Oh, I gotta tell you a funny story. So we were packing paint today, and let me just tell you, we're packing paint today like there ain't no tomorrow. There's a lot of Junk Monkey Happy Mail going out all across this country. But funny thing, because we do but of course our shop is next to the fort. We heard this big, how would you describe it?
Oh, it was cannon fire.
It was boom!
Yeah.
But it was like boom! Like you can't even go as low as the base of the actual cannonball. And Matt, I think being military, he's like holding the box and I'm taping it, and all of a sudden he takes off running, and then immediately, like after about 3 to 4 steps of like running pace, goes, oh, it's probably a cannonball. Because they do reenact.
I get excited when I hear artillery.
Oh,
I can't lie. That was.
I know. I could tell. I could tell. I don't know.
I'm like incoming.
I thought it was an explosion or something.
Yeah, it was like incoming. I was getting ready to throw it down.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
The color we're using is Bahama Jade.
Yeah. Let me just tell you, if you're married to a Marine, you will feel very, very safe. And you will feel very, very safe.
Jeanette's checking in from Franklin, Virginia, watching with her 5-year-old.
Hey,
So Debbie
how are
Sanchez,
ya?
I used chalk paint on the base of my lamp that was glass. Will your paint stay on glass? Our paint loves glass. Yes. And I'll show you here an example real quick. So you have this right here, right? So this is on a glass jar. I can go like this and like really scratch it. Nothing.
This glass is porous.
Yeah.
People don't realize that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, for example, sometimes people will bring me their mirrors, or sometimes I just paint them to put in my shabby shop.
Right.
And this is a good idea, too. If you want a chalkboard and you have a really cool mirror, you can paint right over it and turn it into a chalkboard. But remember how I'm using this and telling you to put down put down a small, thin layer first? Do that. Build layers. Just put a thin layer. It acts like a primer, basically, because you don't have to primer, sand, or strip. So just go ahead and put a thin layer down, and then build a second or third layer of paint on top of it, and you've got a chalkboard. You gotta
let me catch up on these comments here.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, Sharon's checking in from Winchester, Kentucky. I want to say hi to Nancy Lori.
Hey, Nancy.
Lori May's checking in from PA.
Lori. morning.
Michelle Rodriguez from San Antonio says she'll be ordering soon. I've tried many other products and I'm satisfied with a couple, but dying to try yours. I can't wait.
Heck yeah. You'll love it.
When I heard your price, I had to rewind and make sure.
Yeah,
it wasn't
really, right?
Patty,
Listen, I gotta answer that real quick. Only because the reason why our paint is priced so cheap is because, let's be honest, who wants to do projects where you pay more for the supplies than the actual piece? That's not cool. Or when you have to pay like $30, $40 just to get one color when you know you want to use a couple colors, right? So you should be able to have a bunch of colors in your stash, pull them out and have fun with them. So this is all about a lifestyle, because if you guys know that if you are into junking and picking, chances are it kind of translates into the rest of your life, right? Maybe you're a couponer, maybe you're like me, drawn to the clearance racks at the back of the store. You're always looking for ways to save money. Maybe you want to save money and actually go on vacations. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. You're just getting through life. You're doing the best that you can, and you don't want to overspend. So you know what? For $10, you can transform something that you already have. How cool is that? So
Patty's checking in from Ringgold, Georgia. Funny thing is, we're up by Ringgold High School, which is the alma mater of Joe Montana.
I love it.
So Susan's checking in from Seguin, Texas.
Ooh, nice.
Tejas. Jean's checking in from Texas as well.
How far is Texas from us?
About 14, 15 hours.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Do you ship paint? Yes, absolutely.
All over the country.
All you have to do is go to the top of our page and shop now. We ship up to 6 jars for $15.
Yes.
If you do more than 6 jars, you have to make 2 separate orders.
We can only get 6 products. We try to get you the best price possible. So we can do flat rate shipping for $15, which is cool because let's just say, I don't know where you are, but chances are you're going to spend more than $7.50 to get here one way, right? But yeah, within the boxes, we can get 6 of the products. So most people will go ahead and fill it up for $15 and get what they need for their summer products. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So Melissa's
tell me about
checking
the
back
giveaway.
in again about North Huntington. I got to get through all this stuff first.
Oh, there's
Jennifer Campbell says, shell shock? Nope. I'm an old artillery scout, and I love to hear the artillery rolling, so I get excited when I hear stuff like that.
I'm liking this.
Big booms.
Yes.
The fort, what community state? Fort Ligonier in Pennsylvania. It's actually a reconstructed French and Indian War fort, full scale, one of the largest in the world, and they have cannons and reenactors and everything going on all the time. Danielle is checking in from Waco, Texas.
Oh my God, is that my Waco
Stop!
friend? Is that
keep
my
on.
Waco
Yes,
friend?
that's your Waco friend.
Oh my God,
Robin,
girl!
stop.
I still want to be friends.
Robin Beck said she's married to a Marine. It's very true. I feel very safe.
Isn't that true?
Stacy says, "Do you have a gold brass color?" Yeah, we kind.
We do. Well, no, sorry. I was thinking about something else.
Not really.
A gold brass color. Well, we have the Be My Honey. Show her over there. The Be My Honey. We have the Last Straw.
Yeah.
And then we have the Sunshine Yellow. So those would be the gold family.
Yeah, this is kind of
The gold
That's
family.
Be My Honey. That's Last Straw. Let me look here. And that is the bright yellow Sunshine. If you're talking about metallics, we're going to be doing metallics here during the challenge.
Yep.
So, anyways.
I'm just using what I got up in my tray here.
All right, got to check up. Okay, do you have put a top coat of
We're
on
going
this
to do
paint?
that right now.
You don't have to put it on there, but you can, and we like to do it. So, anyways, hello from Buffalo, from Pam. Anna says, hey, Nancy Tyson, near PA, southwestern part of the state. Courtney says, love that color. Claire Nicole, how'd you sneak on here without me seeing you?
Hey, Clara.
Laura May says, that's what I'm loving about you too. Thank you. Tiffany's back for her 4th day from New Jersey.
Woo-woo! Tiffany from New Jersey, not too far from us.
Jane Lee Burgess has a dresser similar to the one we are painting tonight. Can't wait to get started. Rachel Gomez. Texas in the house, San Antonio.
Texas.
We had the San Antonio Mafia on here. Jennifer said, how much paint did you use on that dresser? What, we're at about half a jar right now?
Half a jar.
Half a jar so far. Half a pint.
It is right to right here.
Yeah,
so that's how
1
much
cup.
I use for a dresser, like right there.
1 cup of paint. Carol just finally got here from Michigan. She almost missed it. Paula Long says, hey, hi from OK. And Noelle says, hi from Bucks County. Missed you both last night.
Aww.
So happy. Just go through our page and you can watch it and you feel like you didn't even miss us.
Heck yeah.
So Linda said, received 2 orders and ordering my 3rd. Linda, you need help. We're going to send professional help. Jeanette wants to know, do you have any thing around you painting Stormy Forest? Yes, we do.
The chair. Show the chair.
Yeah, Melissa's checking in from New Mexico.
I'm going to turn the hair dryer.
Okay.
You might want to
All
walk
right, I'm walking over here towards the chair.
So it's not so loud.
So, anyway. So, how many products can fit in the box? Six. So, where's the chair? Okay. It's a little dark right now, but here's a distressed chair with...
It's a blue-gray.
Yeah, let me pull it over here because you can't really see it. So I'm going to put it over here. Just kind of look at it here. It's like a blue-gray green.
No green. I think blue-gray.
Stormy Forest?
Yeah.
You're colorblind.
Sure.
Blue-gray is blue slate. So, anyways.
That's a denim one.
Joe wants to know we'll be able to meet you face-to-face on the 30th night. Maybe. That might be a challenge. We might do something.
What'd she say?
She said, can we meet you face-to-face on the 30th night of the challenge?
On the 30th night? Meet who?
Me, my face. So, anyway. Yeah. Just said, looks identical to a dresser. What color is this? Bahama Jade.
Yes.
Tony's checking in from Harlingen, Texas. She's trying to paint an old rocker at her grandmother. Very nice.
I'm going to do a little distressing. I think I'll do a little distressing.
Tony, yeah, I made it in time from Kentucky. Jennifer says, nice.
Guys, you know what?
Teresa's checking from Tennessee. I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Courtney's checking in from Cleveland, Tennessee. Stacy says, why don't you have to prime with your paint? Because it's an ancient Chinese secret.
We make it that way.
That's right. We have it copywritten.
Come over.
We have,
this is the good part.
like I said,
listen,
you're trying to kill me. She's putting like obstacles in my path.
Listen.
Sherry says hi from Cleveland. Sonia's from Perryville, Texas. Kim's checking in from Kentucky. I'm trying to get to everybody tonight. So Jennifer says, can I paint walls? Yes, you can. Natalie says, woohoo, you're back. Lori said, what box? I had to leave a few. Oh, sorry.
Look how nice that is. Can you guys see that distressing?
Shipping box. Janet Gracie Allison said, welcome. It's a medium flat rate shipping box that we use. Priority mount. Love the gray, the chair. Did you paint it black first? No, that's just natural color coming through.
So actually,
you paint floors?
I need to tell them something real quick. So that person who just said about was that chair black, this is an example. This piece was brown. You saw that, right? And I love that because I'm turning this into, like, when you guys think of, like, rustic and cowboy and just really, really rustic, right?
Yeah.
Browns. Yeehaw! Yes, exactly. And a really cool Bahama Jade, which is like a tealish color, right? So what I'm doing is I'm using a sand block to distress back and bring some of that color through. So on the chair, you saw the same effect. So you already have a piece right now that has a color on it. You can put another color on it and bring the bottom color through. Does that make sense?
Yep. Teresa said, can you paint floors? Yes, and we have. So, and actually, we probably have it on our page as well. Star's checking in from Atlanta. Lovely color. Did you say Jade? Yes, Bahama Jade.
Bahama Jade.
How do I decide what colors to buy? Yeah, you print them all out and you put them on the wall and you throw darts at them. So
is that how a man picks those colors?
Deb Shue says, please do a red soon.
I will, girl.
Okay.
I just gotta find the right piece.
Margie's checking in from Kyle, Texas. Janet says, thank you for sharing the chair. Yeah, absolutely. Debbie Clark, can your paint be wet distress? Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, exactly.
Valerie's checking in from Belleville. She needs a new project. Charlotte Brooks is checking in from Athens, Georgia. Beautiful town. Stacy Nora, did Sonia use more than one color on the chair? No.
Nope.
That's just the natural wood coming through on
I love it when I find browny furniture.
Yes, Sheila, I do remember seeing your order from Zyla, Washington.
Yep, I remember that too.
Yep. How far are you from Trenton, New Jersey? About 5 hours, I'd say. But we rolled through Trenton on our way over to the Jersey Shore, Cape May area. You two are a hoot. We are not owls, Jennifer. And don't call us owls. What grade sandpaper are you using?
This is what's called medium. Yep. For those of you who are local, we have them in our shop here. You guys can find them as well if you're watching and you're not, you can't come by and get one. But usually you can get them for $3 or $4 and get a good one for $3 or $4. And then this is a medium grit because you can use a fine one, but you'll be here all day. So go ahead and get one that has little teeth. That's the truth.
What do you seal your paint with? We'll get to that in a
We're going to do
minute.
that here in just a moment.
I'm sorry, Galen, you're in New Zealand. You got a beautiful country. You have to pick whether you want to live in a beautiful country or be close to paint. I would take the beautiful country. So,
Isn't that where Lord of the Rings was found?
yes.
Right?
What color is the dress? There's actually more mountains in New Zealand
Yeah.
than all of the Alps in Europe. More mountain peaks.
Wow.
What color is the dresser painted? Bahama Jade.
Yep.
How many colors do you offer in
this
total?
color is
About
amazing.
32 plus we can do custom colors because
so you're
we
gonna
are
get a couple
crazy
pieces
like
of
that.
furniture out of a
Yes.
jar.
Can
So
you show the sizes of paints and go over the prices? We
They're all
sell
the
them in pints and it's $10.75
Yep,
for a
they're all the
pint.
same price.
And you can get, if you're new, you can get one
Ooh,
project
look how
out.
that chipped. Look at that, guys.
If
Isn't that
you're
awesome?
getting, if you get really good at the paint, it goes a long way. Sometimes you can get 2 or 3 projects out of it, out of one.
Yep.
I need to try Junk Monkey Paints. Yes, you sure.
All right.
Mary's checking in from Louisiana.
Louisiana in the
Cheryl
house.
loves watching it.
Yay.
Paul Long, too. Please do something right. Sora Williams, paint wood floors. We have, yes. I believe if you go through our pictures, you will be able to find a picture of that. How do you pick one color? By Johnny. Love the dresses so far. Really want to this color shared. Yay, Cape May. You got that right. Beautiful town.
Cape May is
I love Victorian, so it's right up my alley. How long do you have access to the videos when you purchase them? Forever.
Yes, they're yours forever.
They're
For the cabinet videos,
they're-
give her the code for half off too.
Yeah.
So she
If you want to learn our cabinet videos,
because we do some extra steps. With
yeah,
cabinets.
because we do extra steps and it's all of our pro tips. They sell for $27. But if you
half.
enter the code 50OFF all together, you'll get them for half price.
So $13.50.
Are you going to glaze over that? Not tonight.
I don't think so, but I'm going
No.
to show you something.
No.
My gosh, what did I just do with the tray I just had? Somebody tell me, where did I put it?
Wait,
Where
a
did it
pint is
disappear?
$10.75, and it can do 1 or 2 projects. That's so reasonable. Thanks. Yeah,
See, I was
we
so
tried
good
to
at
make it
putting it over
reasonable
here.
because you know what? When
It's-
we started this, we were 2 working stiffs, and we just have to, we just had to, we
Pricer, right?
yeah, we just couldn't afford, to spend so much money.
This whole hobby
Yeah, we had a
came from-
teenager who ate.
saving money.
Yes, we have like this pencil thin teenager with a tapeworm
He's gonna love the way you just described him.
who
I'm
eats
sure.
who
You better be
eats his
thankful he doesn't
weight.
watch my mom's live videos.
Yeah, he eats his weight, and he just eats and eats and eats. So if we
Now you're
wouldn't,
sounding like he has a worm. Like he's
Well,
just gonna love this.
if we weren't able to make a reasonable
just
paint, we
joking.
wouldn't be making a paint. Galen said, "Just want your paint. I have them out in a half hour from my house, and I'm minutes from the sea in Taranaki." Yeah, absolutely. That is gorgeous.
Okay.
How much is shipping for 1 jar of paint?
It's all
Actually,
15.
it's all 15 for up to 6 jars.
Believe it or not,
The reason why is because of shipping regulations of paint and stuff like that. It's just the cheapest option we found is
Yeah.
the flat rate.
if you were to buy 1 jar of paint, it would still cost me $15 to get it to you. So I started doing flat rate so you can get up to 6. Make sense? All right. So take a look at this here. This is the sealer I use for those of you.
You're gonna spill it.
You don't have to use a big giant one like I do, but I just do a lot of furniture, guys. I've been painting furniture now for right around 8 years. And I go through a lot of sealer, okay? But this is, if you can see it down here, it's a Minwax, water-based. Look for the blue. Gone are the days that you have to use oil-based sealers because let me just tell you, they will stick your fingers together. It smells terrible. It will give you a headache. It can stay tacky for days. This stuff dries probably within 30 minutes. It's awesome. Dries crystal clear. You can see easy water cleanup. It's amazing stuff. So back in the day, there was really only oils and varnishes. And do you remember when everybody just varnished everything until it was like, god-awful orange. And then it turns amber over time, right? It yellows in the sunshine. So this doesn't. So it's awesome. So I'm going to go ahead now. I poured some out. You can see it actually looks like a milky white color, but it dries clear. So yes, I can roll it on. In fact, you can brush it on or you can roll it on. But if you want to eliminate brush strokes, this is a way to go. Now, obviously, if you're doing something that's really, really distressed style and you're brushing it on, you can just brush it on as well with a poly. But for this style here, I'm going to go ahead and roll it on because I can get it on over this flat surface relatively fast and just let it dry and let it dry clear, okay? So when you first put it on, you're going to be able to see because it is like that milky white. Like I say, it dries clear, but you're going to be able to see the difference of where you put it on and where you didn't. So you won't have to worry about, you know, oh my gosh, can I see what I sealed and what I haven't? No, you don't have to worry about that.
Well, Lori, if you order 2 jars that make up a quart, I know you pay $38 for the other brand. It would cost you, I think, it'd be like $21.50. Yeah, $21.50 or 22. Yeah, it's $21.50, I do believe.
With tax, you mean?
Well, she wouldn't have tax. She's out of state. So,
for the paint, you mean?
Yeah.
So
Terry Martinez, can regular chalk paint from Home Depot be sanded with sandy block? We don't know about their product, but I imagine yes. Sell a sealer. Well, we're working on a sealer.
Yeah.
We got to get tested. That's the only thing. Uncle Sam, you know, is kind of sticky about stuff. Can you apply? Was over your paint? Yeah, we're doing the sealer now. Well, that came out wrong. Can you apply wax over your paint? Yes, absolutely. We make it so you can seal it with whatever you want.
So there are people who are the wax buffs, right? And there are people that don't want to deal with wax. I am one of those latter ones. I would rather not have to deal with wax.
Good question here. Does polyacrylic turn yellow like the others do?
No.
No, because this is a water-based, not an oil-based.
Yeah.
Oil-based yellows, water-based does not.
So for those of you who asked me about can your paint go outside, I probably got 10 questions of the same question today. And to answer that...
I'm almost to the end of the question.
What's that? You are? Let me answer this one. So for those of you who are wondering if you can use it outside, use if you have something that's not under a covered porch, and I mean it's really, really out in the weather, then you can use an oil-based poly, but I'd recommend that you not do it over a light piece for that reason, that it turns yellow over time. But honestly, if you're going to choose something to paint for the outside, just go with a medium to dark color, and then you can use a Minwax oil-based one to be really out in the elements, because it's made to, like, you know, if it's really out in the elements, it's made to contract and expand and to be able to weather the storms and the temperature changes and that sort of thing. And if you go with a dark color, then that way, when it does amber over time, you're really not going to see it, right?
Well, will it dry smooth, or do you need to sand it? It will dry smooth. It's just that this piece has a very rough top because it was used. You can see the divots and stuff like that in it. But
that's one of the reasons, or I guess how I decide what look I'm going to go with a piece. Putting a perfect finish on a piece that's not perfect is, you're probably not going to like it. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like just having something that's out of line. If you have an old piece that has character, we'll call it, maybe it has chippiness, maybe it has divots and dents, don't try to dress it up as something else, right?
Yes.
Just go ahead and go with it and embrace the flaws and the imperfectness and do it distress style, because then it looks aged. It doesn't look perfect, and it looks awesome.
With the poly, do you get streaks? No. Yeah. As long as you make sure you smooth it out, you know, go over it real well.
And don't put too much on, because it dries to a crystal clear finish, but you don't want to put too much on. You just need a light covering, because if you put too much on, it can dry milky if you don't use it right. And
I almost stepped in paint.
Really? Oh, that will be the first time.
Yeah. Well, she tried to booby trap me.
And then he wonders.
She tried to booby trap me.
Why he's covered in paint? You see what happened, people?
No. That's because she leaves traps
right here.
So, Lori, yeah, 22 to equal quart. Yeah, it's cool, but I'm telling you right now, this goes so much further than what you're used to working with. She works with Nanny Sloan, and you won't need a quart for the projects that you do. Trust me. That's why we sell it in the pint.
Yeah.
So, anyways, well, thank you, Autumn. We appreciate that. Is that flat? Linda wants to know, is that flat? Yeah, I think it's flat or satin. The
sealer?
Yeah.
This one I'm using tonight is a satin. So I love to use flat or satin. Those are my favorite go-tos, because, like I said, if I was trying to do a high-end piece, I could use a gloss or a semi-gloss. That's how you get that really just shiny sheen, right?
Beth,
but
restart
your stuff doesn't look shiny.
Yeah, restart your program there, and it'll straighten itself out. She said, Kelly says she needs to change her paint choices for her kitchen. Joan says, I see the project you did on Home Talk the other day.
Yeah,
That's how I found you, just by chance in Home Talk. That is so cool. We've been seeing you on here. We appreciate your support.
Yeah, I'm actually on Home Talk again this week twice. And I think it's on Wednesday and Wednesday and Friday.
Yes.
So this week on Home Talk, which is really cool, guys. It is the world's largest DIY online community. And I am honored to be able to be a regular contributor on there and to be able to work with the company. And we just, come on and do different DIYs and share with you different stuff. So this week I'm doing, again, painted frames, making farmhouse wreaths, that sort of stuff. So if you're into that, you're going to want to join me on Home Talk and find me over there.
So Jennifer says, if a piece has poly, would you sand it off first? You
No.
can, but we don't. Our paint's made to go over with no priming and no sanding.
Okay, I'm going to speed up. Somebody messaged me today and they asked, do you have to use a hairdryer, or is that just something that you do when you're doing your live demonstrations? And that is exactly what it is. I'm just doing this because it is no fun. We could sit here and tell stories about Matt if we really wanted to, but he probably doesn't want us to, so we're going to speed it up with the hairdryer.
You can bring it all day long.
You might want to walk over there because this is going to be loud.
Bunny, if you're just joining us, it's our own line of paint. It's called Junk Monkey Paint.
Be sure to share for a chance to win a jar. We're giving away 30 jars over this 30-day paint challenge. This is day 4, so tonight will be our 4th jar giveaway.
Liz wants
if
to
you're
know.
in the U.S., you can win any color you want, jar of paint, and if you're outside of the U.S. and you are selected, we'll send you
Get
a
a t-shirt. So, anyways, how much do you use when you're doing kitchen cabinets? What, we use 5 jars for a kitchen?
I say just to be safe for somebody, maybe 6 to 8.
6 to 8 if you're not us. That sounded so bad. So, anyways.
I just want people to make sure they have enough. Do you know what I mean? I know what I can do just because I'm so used to with the paint, but if you get 6 to 8 jars, that's a standard size kitchen. And every kitchen can be different because you can have wine racks, you can have desks, and you can have lots more cabinet doors than somebody else. Yeah. But a standard size, 6 to 8, right around there. Yeah. And if you just joined us, just to let you know, we have cabinet videos over at styleshabby.com, DIY videos, and they're half off right now with code 50OFF.
So, Mickey Rickers said, just used your buttercream today on all lane chef. She's loving it. Gonna special a few bluebirds.
Oh, yay!
Joan said she saw the door project with the burlap. Cute. Nice. Natalie, mine is Frozen 2 on the iPhone, but not on the Samsung tablet. Weird. You're pulling too much Wi-Fi if you're on Wi-Fi. Sending you lots of love. Love to watch your videos. Thank you, Terry.
You're welcome. I hope you guys are learning lots of good stuff.
Yes, yes.
So I really hope you guys are learning lots of good stuff. This is why we're doing this transformation month. And I've been saying over the last few days that it's really been on my mind about offering a group for people who've been contacting me and asking about, how to grow their creative business. And I've told you the last few nights I've been really thinking about what can I do with creating a group or holding some sort of like a live virtual webinar, like a conference call where we can all be on. For those of you who kind of want to learn the business side, so like you can make furniture beautiful. Maybe you're watching for over the 30 days, getting lots of tips. Now you feel good at like flipping furniture, but you want to know, how do I sell it, right? So I started kind of thinking about what I could do for all those who said you are interested. And if you are somebody who's interested, be sure to comment interested below. And then I started thinking about, all the creatives that are on here who contact me, not only just doing furniture, but you make jewelry, you know what I mean? You do beautiful things, you're photographers, you make all kinds of crafts. And I meet so many people every single year who come and talk to me about that. So I think I'm going to hold a course in September. There will be more information to come, so you guys will be the first to hear about it. It is going to be called, I even got a name, so this is how serious we are. It's called Monkey Business. It's learning the business of the creative side of things. So it's called Monkey Business, a 30-day boot camp for creatives. So what do you guys think of that? Are you on here who watches and would like to get some ideas on how to grow your small business? Because guys, we were able to leave our corporate jobs to be able to do this. And let me just tell you, we've learned a lot along the way. A lot of do's, a lot of don'ts, and how to have fun with it. And I was talking to a lady today. She called me from Mississippi. Peggy, if you're on here, it was so nice talking to you today. But she was telling me how she's watching, trying to get some tips, and just trying to make some extra money here for her daughter with flipping some furniture. So if that sounds like you, then I'm going to be hosting here and taking on a few people who kind of want to learn some more about the business side of being a creative. Because let me just tell you, when you can work for yourself and wear your stretchy pants like I look like today, that my husband can take me deer hunting, but that's okay, right?
Not in that stuff.
What? I got bright yellow on.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. Yes.
Well, not deer hunting. Deer scared me, right? Because I would scare them away, I think.
So Galen found us through Home Talk as well.
Hey, Galen. So anyway, watch for that course that's going to be launched.
Yeah, Maria found us on Home Talk. Jackie the Keller's Bahama Jade. Jennifer found us through Claire Nicole.
Hey, yep,
So-
my girl Claire from She's Crafty. Too.
Linda says show childhood pictures of that. I destroyed all those pictures. They
Linda,
do
you
not
are
exist
so
anymore.
Bad, aren't you?
Yes.
She's so bad.
So,
She cracks me up.
anyways, okay, Home Talk is how I found you, Cindy.
Aw, that's
Oh,
awesome.
that's cool. That's cool. Melissa, share, pick me, magic iPad.
Magic
She knows the deal.
Ah.
Good luck with that. We'll see where we end up today.
Scratched that with my
Can't
nail.
wait to try it. Oh, see that? She scratched it.
Yeah, this is why I can't
Look,
have.
It's real life. You
it's
see
wet,
that?
And I scratched it.
She scratched.
But I'll show you. I'll show you what you can do. Okay.
Well, explain to him how the paint reactivates when it gets wear.
So yeah, it's all dried right now. So now I put the poly over.
Lori,
right?
the videos are 50% off, not
Okay,
the paint.
come here, watch
because
this.
Our paint is rock bottom.
So people who ask me about, does the self level have, it's so easy. I stuck my finger in the paint. I'm going to put some paint over it and I'm going to let that dry. It's going to blend in. Nobody's going to know that I even scratched it with my fingernail. And then I can seal it again. And it will disappear. It will totally disappear. So we're going to let that dry, seal it. Way to go. All right, easy peasy, right? You totally got this. Totally got this. What's really cool too is if you do a distressed style, people ain't gonna know if you got scratches in places, right? So who cares about that? All right, let's talk hardware real fast.
Yes, Paula, you can paint over a piece after you polish. Melissa is saying hello from camping in New Jersey.
Camping. Ooh, are you laying in the tent with the cell phone right now?
Fran is checking in. She loves this.
Fran, we love
Carol
you.
Ann, no Lori for the videos. Thank you, Carol Ann. Elaine Couch, love watching your videos. So
Yay.
helpful. Linda Bowery loves watching Sonia and Matt show. Of course you do, Linda.
It's so funny. I feel like we're a Netflix series. Somebody wrote me and they said they love our new series, and it just made me laugh because this is what we do, right? We're a crazy series.
Yeah.
We'd be like the crazy. You'd find us under the category of probably comedy. Would you say? I don't know what you find us under.
Comedy, information.
/ horror.
We're kind of like the late show of
/ horror. Yeah, we don't really know what we're doing.
DIY.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Okay, you see how these are kind of bronzy goldy, right?
Yeah.
You see them? Bronzy goldy.
Oh my god, I love the owl behind Sonia. It's either new or I missed it.
Which
one?
you?
The
owl.
The
The
owl.
owl.
The owl. Where's the owl? Where's the owl?
You know when you're in a space for so long that sometimes you can't even see what's around you?
Yeah, now we're going to be looking for the owl.
Where's the owl? Yeah.
So, anyways.
The love with all your heart.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what we need to do?
What? What do we need to do?
So,
Get wine.
So, anyways, let you guys know.
I got a bottle of wine at home.
For those of you who don't know, we actually signed a preliminary contract with a production company. A development agreement that for HGTV and DIY, and it's a company that does Duck Commander, Duck Dynasty guys, Pawn Stars, different things, shows like that. You've watched it, you've seen it.
Making Monsters,
stuff like that.
What's the other one? Mountain Men.
Mountain Men, yeah. So, anyways, I think it's funny. I think we should get all of our people to email HGTV and say that they got to hire us.
We'll see what happens. So we're expecting to hear back over. Well, let's see. What's today? Tomorrow's Friday. I would imagine maybe by next week we might hear something. We'll see what happens. So the company that we're talking with really wants to. They're shopping us right now to the mainstream media networks and the bigwigs. And we'll see what happens, right?
Sherry Smith wants to know if I'm getting dizzy. I'm always dizzy.
Listen, I want to share with you guys. Listen, Linda.
Well, no, I got to finish these questions. You're killing me.
Okay, I got to go on to the next step so you can watch
Well,
me.
no,
And then you
you
can talk while
don't
I'm
know.
doing it,
You're
okay?
killing me.
They'll just like it better this way. Shh, be quiet. Shh, just be quiet. All right, so this is the color I'm going to use now to jazz up these handles. Do you see? They're brassy, right?
Jazzy.
Yes, exactly. So when I'm antiquing hardware, I love to have, like in my stash of Junk Monkey paint, I love to have brown and I love to have black. Believe it or not, we do not do multiple colors of brown or black because we have one black that is a true black. It's not a navy. It's not going to look purple. It's a true black. And then this is an awesome brown. And it's just the perfect shade of brown.
Of course it's awesome. It's our brown.
What?
You said it's an awesome brown.
It is an awesome brown. Yeah, and it's candy bar brown. It's candy bar brown.
It's awesome.
Well, what I was going to say was, it's because it's perfect, like, you know, for the salvage look, and it blends in really, really nice with rustic colors and barnwood and everything else, okay? So you can see, look how nice that paint is. Can you guys even pick that out? Like, it is so awesome. So I just think it's so yummy.
So,
all right, I'm going to...
Maria wants to know how dark is your black and needs something that is not muted or grayish.
No.
Would your black work? Wait, let me just quote from the movie Spinal Tap.
All right.
It's so black, there are none blacker. It's like staring into my soul. It is so black.
Oh my Lord. Now you're coming off as a, what do you call, you're going to tell them that I actually like Star Trek too, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured.
Big nerds.
Listen, they're going to know. Hey, you know what? This is the deal. This is the deal. I think the older you get, the more you own it, and you just get to be yourself, and you don't really care what anybody else thinks, right?
Yeah.
That whole saying, just like let your weird light shine, or shine as a beacon. I think it is. Is that how it goes?
No, I don't know. I think you're totally out to lunch.
What? No.
Wait. Stop.
Dab.
Stop. Yes,
dab.
that's what people were saying.
What?
Dab.
Yeah, exactly. This is Matt's job. He just looks forward to this part, okay?
Dab.
So remember, this paint sticks to everything, even the hardware. So think about rusty wire, guys. I'm going for the Bahama turquoise and that really cool antiqued brown on the hardware. You like that, don't you? You really do.
Well, I have to. Everybody's telling me, like, going dab. Marie says, you guys are Trekkers? No, Maria, she's a Trekkie. I could do without Star Trek.
Listen.
I'm a Star Wars kid.
Okay, who on here likes Star Trek and who likes Star Wars and who says
Star Wars?
And who says what the heck? No, man. I grew up, you know, watching Captain Kirk. I'm telling you, that was my Sunday, and I loved it.
You know what? I'm gonna do that just for Linda. I'm gonna make a recording so she can use it as a ringtone. So every time her phone goes off, it goes dab.
Yes, with every jar of paint you purchase, we will give you a free download for the dab ringtone. Oh, too funny.
I'm getting outnumbered with the Star Trek.
Star Trek?
Yeah,
see, these are my peeps.
Oh, Barbara Jacques, you were the unfortunate beast to watch Firefly. I will not watch Firefly because I don't want to get hooked to it and then be stuck with one season.
Okay, what is Firefly?
It was a Sci-Fi Channel series.
Yeah. That
was popular and they took it off the air because of ratings.
Yeah.
And put dab on a T-shirt. You got that?
Oh my God, that's awesome! Yeah. Hashtag dab. Team dab. What do you guys think though?
I'm getting killed on the Star Trek. Jeez.
Really? See, I love Star Trek. I really could. And here's the question too: old like original season or newer? Okay, that's the other question. Really, Merry Christmas.
Hey, Merry Christmas. The ginger deal, a little dab will do ya. Brill cream.
Dabble do. What's that from? Is that from Flintstones? I think it is, isn't it?
Yabba dabba do, right?
Yeah, but oh God, I think I just said dabble.
So, anyways, old Star Wars. Yes, Jack, the old Star Wars. Old Star Trek. Well, it's funny. Little side note, personal thing. One of my best friends from high school. I went to the Marine Corps. Our friends went to work. He went to blow. I don't know. That sounds a little bit risque. Yeah. Jennifer has a Darth Vader steering wheel cover in a minivan. I can ride with her. We're gonna ride. Me and Jennifer are riding together.
Oh, that's awesome.
My best friend was a huge Star Trek fan. We were huge nerds in high school. We actually do a radio show now called the Secret Nerd Base, where we just nerd out and talk about movies and stuff. So while the rest of us went to real life, he left with just a shirt on his back, camped his way across the country, and said he was going to go work in Hollywood special effects. And believe it or not, 20 years later, he worked on basically every major sci-fi, horror movie, you name it, in the past 20 years, from Spider-Man to Snakes on a Plane,
oh my God, I love
to even Passions that. But he also worked on Stargate and all the Star Trek things. And he said once he worked on it, they kind of lost magic, and he went back to Star Wars because he actually never got to work with Star Wars. So, anyways. Dab, blow, dry, repeat. Yeah, there you go.
Do you guys see what happened to the hardware? I left a little bit of like the black and bronze to come through. But I'm going to tell you, if you love, number one, you don't, I guess I should say, is that you can use the paint, right? So the nice thing is you don't have to go out, you don't have to buy spray paint, especially if you love to paint like a shabby distress style, because you can antique, we'll call it. So you can do an antique with the brown or the black. Like I said, they are the perfect colors. Do you see how nice that is? You want to come up close and show them?
It's so nice.
It just looks like it has a patina, like it's been around for a long time.
It's so nice, I gotta show you twice.
Yes. Are they giving me hearts? Do they like it? I hope they like it.
We're still involved in the whole Star Trek, Star Wars.
We're still doing the Star Trek.
Joan Campbell said I can be her Chewbacca co-pilot.
I wonder whatever happened to Chewbacca Mom. See, you should have did that first. You should have went to Target, got a mask, sat in your car, and did that, babe. We could have been like, I think her kids even got scholarships, okay? Like, do you know, seriously.
Don't talk to me
Seriously.
about Chewbacca.
Listen, I told them last night, guys, that Jeopardy just announced that it's coming to film a segment in Pittsburgh, which is probably about 45 minutes from here. And I told him, like, with his brains, he needs to go and do the test to be able to get on Jeopardy.
I still never recovered from the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire incident.
Yeah.
So I
and
passed
you got
all
really
the
far
tests.
with that, right?
I passed all the tests, and then they just never called me back.
Seriously.
Like, I was like the top 2%, and they never called me back.
Everybody tell him, my husband is the data head, and you need to tell him to go online tonight when we get home.
No.
Take the Jeopardy test. Go to Pittsburgh, and we'll all follow him. We'll all cheer for him, and watch him win, like, I don't know. Bring him a boat, okay? Bring him a boat, all right?
I'll probably get on there and freeze.
You think you would?
No, probably not, but I come off as the really arrogant, like, know-it-all guy. Everybody will hate me. I'm that guy,
Has anybody on here ever done anything like really cool like that? Been on a game show or like applied to be on one? Like,
yeah.
Has anybody on here been on Survivor?
Yeah, but like I said, I went the whole way through. I did the top 2% of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Yeah. And like I scored hundreds on all the tests. Yeah. It's not the testing, it's just that, they get so many people who make it through, and then of course they don't, So, is this going to be for sale in your shop?
Heck
yes,
yeah.
it is.
Everything's for sale that we do.
What is it? Can we seal the handles
if you want
with the poly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. So for me, I want them to be like flat and matte and look like a bit of a rust bucket. Okay.
Maria said she knows somebody who was.
What was on there?
Yeah, and Nicole said she was an extra in the movie. Which movie, Nicole?
Yeah, which movie, Nicole?
So, is the paint hard to get off your hands and nails? I'm going to be honest with you, Joan.
No.
I've had paint on me for so long, I don't even know how, I don't even, I don't know if I've washed it off or it's a new spot or if it's, so.
Yes, it does all come off, absolutely.
Yeah, here's a little bit of trivia about Sonia. She she does commercials and things like that, but she was actually a news reporter in the Will Smith movie Concussion.
Yes, I got to be a featured reporter. I got to meet Will Smith, but I also got to sit next to his sushi that he had for supper.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
And Al Brooks about pulled your hair out of your head.
Yeah, when his umbrella got caught. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh my God, Nancy was on the Magic Tom show in Montreal when she was 5.
The Magic Tom show?
I remember the Magic Tom show. Yeah, absolutely. We used to get Canadian stuff down here on TAE all the time in Pittsburgh. I remember that. Do you have similar dressers in our shop, possibly a different color?
We
have
more.
a gray. Yeah, we got a tall one right now. It's gray. We're going to be doing it. Oh, Nicole was in Hoosiers. She was in one of the... I remember Hoosiers. That was a great movie. The only one I got to do was... I got to be in a remake of George Romero's Night of the Living Dead in '92. I was way in the background. No, at the farmhouse up in Butler.
Look way back, and you know when next to the guy in the red shirt. Look way back.
Yeah.
And
And then what was it? And then also in the movie George Romero movie Bruiser, believe it or not. But it's funny. It was all George Romero. But hey, you can say what was in the movie. So Lori Mae says if you put lotion on your hands before you paint, it washes off easily.
Yes.
Yes, it does, and you can use butter too. You know.
Yes.
So.
That is a secret that.
Oh, your uncle was one of the guys who moved to snow in the middle of the summer for Dark Knight Rises. I felt so bad for you guys. They had to get that from a hockey rink.
Right.
Because the snow for Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
It was the middle of summer when they were filming it.
Yep.
Yeah, so they had to get it from the hockey rinks, right? Huh. Do you sell glazes? Yes, we have a brown and a black, and it's $6.95 for a 8-ounce container.
So if I wanted to, I could totally glaze this, but I'm going to go with more of a distressed paint look and with the distressed hardware. So for glazes, we do a black and we do a brown because when you use it, typically when you use it, it's because you want to make a piece look old. So those are the classic colors that you would do. Absolutely. Black gives you a more dramatic look. So likewise, I could have used our black paint on the handles and it would have given it a really more dramatic look, but I wanted more of a rustic, worn look, right? And plus, you see how the wood color is coming through, so I wanted this handle to tie into it, and what it does is it really draws more attention to it.
Our hours tomorrow are 11 to 4.
Yep.
Barbara says, Hoosiers is my husband's second favorite movie after Monkey Ball, and Pitch Perfect, but he doesn't like me to tell people that. Barbara, has he seen Pitch Perfect too? A good friend of mine who I got to collaborate with some music by the name of Falula Borg plays the jerk Euro trash guy in The Sheer Top. He's the funny German guy. He's a friend of mine. Yeah. So
he's
anyways,
hilarious.
He's hilarious.
What's the name of his page? Tell him.
Falula Borg.
Spell it because it sounds funky.
FLULABORG. He's on Conan O'Brien a lot now.
And you know how he got his start? Tell him how he got his start, just to show you how, like, he came here from...
He came here from Germany. He had no money. Well, he had money, but he ran out of money and had to go back to Germany. But, you know, he was sleeping on Ryan's floor and stuff like that.
And he was sneaking in, pretending he was media.
Yeah, and he was doing interviews with, like, Vince Vaughn and Ben Kingsley and all these people, and you know, just being funny, like Will Smith or Will Ferrell.
But they weren't expecting it, right?
So yeah, and they weren't expecting it, so he was a hit. And you know, they do that carpool karaoke. He actually had one before that called Cartoons, and he would go find like who did Baby Got Back.
I can't remember.
He actually went and found Mix-a-Lot, and he had him doing that, right? So, anyways.
They pull up and they sing. And
Linda said her childhood neighborhood was in Back to the Future.
Really?
That's cool. Yeah.
That's cool. That's a good series.
Maria said she was a Klingon in Star Trek Adventure. Apparently.
No
yes, it does. Yeah, you Klingon.
Aww.
You just broke the internet.
That's awesome.
$15 shipping for 6. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, look, I missed that one piece.
We had The Last Samurai filmed here, not far from here with Tom Cruise. Oh, was that in New Zealand? They didn't even film it in Japan? I actually like that movie. I missed those handles. These are ones that came off the piece.
So we just made them look a little more rusty.
Yeah.
We put some brown on them.
The color is Bahama Jade, and yes, those are the original handles. Can you pick the draw winner? I'm exhausted.
We'll do it at the end, and we're getting there, girl.
We're almost there.
Stick with us. Excuse me.
No, we ship up to 6 jars of paint. And it's either 5 jars and a glaze, or the glaze would count as a 6th one. And 15, if we were actually to send, just to give you an idea, if we were to send 6 jars just halfway across the state, it would be upwards of, you know, in the $30 range.
Yeah.
But because we do it flat rate, we can ship it 6 for 15.
Oh my God, guys, we're coming to an end here. What do you guys think so far?
Oh, they see my fingers. Oh, nice. All right, let me see here.
So yes, the last call to share. If you haven't shared this yet, be sure to share
quickly.
this video.
Share quickly.
While we're going live to be entered for a drawing for a jar of paint that we're going to give away here momentarily live. We'll give you 2 minutes to respond back. If you know your color, that's a great thing because what I want you to do is message me what that color is. So if you're in the U.S., we can ship you some paint. And if you're outside of the U.S., we'll send you a collectible Junk Monkey t-shirt. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. Look at this, guys. Like, how cool is this? Love it! Love it, love it, love it, love it. Remember that little piece of paint that I put over there because let me just like walk past here really quickly. Really weird. That's okay. I know I'm weird, but you know what? It is what it is. All right, so right here, I'm just going to drop a little more of this sealer over it and let that blend in. So like I say, if you're somebody who has a nick on it, it's okay because you can make it work. You can make it work. All right, we are done. We are done, my friends. What do you think? Have you been inspired to paint a dresser that you might have? Any brown dresser that you might have. It doesn't matter the style that you have.
You mean I got to stand up? Oh
yep.
my God.
You don't have to put new hardware on it. You can use what you got. This is fully dried now. So when you put the sealer on it, what happens is it dries to the touch within 30 minutes. But what actually happens is over the next 24 hours, it's sealing from the outside in and sucking into the wood. So I would never put anything on top of this piece until tomorrow morning. Like when I come in to put my shop together, I'll stage it and I'll put some really fun pieces on the top of it. I mean, I can put it on it now, just kind of lay it on it. But yeah, over the next 24 hours, overnight, it's going to seal, and then I can go ahead and I can decorate it and I can put fun stuff on it. So, you know, if you put rustic things that looks rustic, you could totally use it for a beach. This is an awesome color for a beach if you want to use something like that. So fun. So fun. What color would you guys pair with it? I'm curious to hear.
I got a winner.
You do?
I have a winner.
Let's hear
now, the winner. I'm going to announce the name. You have 2 minutes to acknowledge, and then when we get off the air, private message us.
Okay.
Our winner is from the great state of New Jersey.
New Jersey!
Tiffany Ferrand. If you are on here, please acknowledge.
Congratulations, Tiffany. Girl, I hope you're here. 2 minutes to respond. If not, we'll pick another one. Say, yep, I am here. Yes, say, yep, I'm here. Okay, so we know you're here. And then be sure to message us, private message us your address, and let us know what color paint you want. So all you have to do to see our paint is to, on our page, click the blue Shop Now button. It'll take you to a screen where you can see all the products, and then you can let us know which one you like. So really, really easy.
You just said what I was going to say.
What was I going to say?
I don't know.
Somebody's
messaging on the phone. It's probably my son saying food.
Bring me home food. So. Bring me home food.
Tiffany is here. Tiffany. After we get off, just private message us, okay?
Yep. So, lots of paint colors to pick from, guys. I hope you've been inspired. This was project number 4. We did a dresser tonight. Who knows what we're going to do tomorrow night? Who knows what we're going to talk about tomorrow night? But all I know is there will be wine.
Lori, did you mean congrats? Lori says cheats Tiffany.
Did Tiffany cheat? No. I'm sure it was congrats. Gotta love it, right? Well, you guys have a terrific evening. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, good night, guys.
I love hanging out with you guys. You're an awesome bunch.
All right.
See you back here tomorrow.
Bye.